All right, guys, welcome to part 2 of Coach K's Leading with the Heart, Successful Strategies for Basketball, Business, and Life. If you haven't watched part 1, go ahead and do that first. Let's get into it. All right, picking up in the second third of the book, he says, my wife, Mickey, frequently reminds me to have a different player over to the house each week for a session of individual instruction or just for conversation. No matter how busy I am or perceive myself to be, I need to make time for that kind of personal attention. It reinforces that we're all part of a family. Nothing demonstrates that you care about people more than spending personal time with them. And the more it's a one-on-one encounter, the better. Guys, how powerful is that? Imagine with your teams, your people, in my business, my agents, if we spent more personal time with them. And that's been an error of mine, but mentors of mine who are 100 times more successful than me so far, that's one of the keys that they do. And it can be overlooked, or people can think it's fluffy, but it's so important. Hey, when it comes to effective teamwork, the FIST, with its 5 qualities of communication, trust, collective responsibility, caring, and pride, is more important than anything. It's more important than technical expertise, for instance. Wow, a coach teaches you the X and O's, but those things are more important in his opinion. Remember this, guys, if you hear it, you'll forget it. If you see it, you'll remember. But when you do it, you'll understand. So doing is always the key. And remember that when you're teaching somebody or coaching, just like we kind of are here, they're not really going to remember unless they're writing some things down and taking these things into practice. Later on he says, actually, I'm good with whichever way it goes if I follow my heart. I have to be. A leader has to have courage to make a key decision in a split second. And then he has to have the courage to live with it afterward, whether it's succeeds or fails, because if he doesn't, he'll be afraid to make the next key decision. Courage and confidence are what decision making is all about. Guys, just make the decision. Pull the trigger, be good with it. Know that your intuition, your experience, everything that you've put in hard work has led you to that point, and that's why you're the leader. And by the way, guys, leadership doesn't just come with title. You could be the brand new entry-level person in a job, in a company, a new person on the team, a freshman, and you can exert leadership with the right mindset, attitude, and activity that will make others better. So it doesn't matter what your title is. All right. We will also try to get them to remember how well they played during the regular season. Our staff might put together a short highlight tape of good things that happened during some of our better winning streaks. Big plays, great offensive and defensive efforts, diving for those loose balls, taking the key charge, things like that. The idea is to put players in a confident and positive frame of mind so that they will be prepared for the first round of the tournament. That's how he prepares for tougher games, building more confidence into his people. So how can we do that with the people we love and care about? How can we instill more confidence? How can we remind them of the great things they've done? And by the way, this can happen for your wife. This can be good for your husband, your fiance, your kids, your grandkids, your parents. Is the highlight reel, the reminders with words, pictures, videos, however, about the great things they've done and that they're doing. Everyone, even the leadership can be lonely, but even the strongest leaders like Coach K and many others, they need this too. So don't forget to push them up as well. Handling a crisis chapter, here's some quotes. Coach K, I believe God gave us crises for some reason, and it certainly wasn't for us to say that everything about them is bad. A crisis can be a momentous time for a team to grow if a leader handles it properly. Isn't that true? A lot more is learned usually in tough times than in good times. And he says a leader has to show the face his team needs to see. Now, we have a saying in our organization that leaders never show hurt. And I believe the military has that as well. And it's a good tactic to live by. Think about this. In life, no matter where you're at, it could be spouse, it could be business. If people are sidelined or about the same level as you in anything, in mindset, intelligence, years of experience on the team, whatever it is, or below you, you want to be 100% positive, never show hurt. To the people in those areas that might be above you or more experienced or more like a mentor type, then you can show a little bit of hurt or talk about the negative a little bit more. Why? Because they can handle it and they're going to help you handle it and bring you up. But you want to be that person bringing others up and handling it for others, because your level of leadership, when it's above, you can handle it, and that's basically your role. It's also how you learn and grow further. The people at your level and below, they can't handle it, and you don't want that to be their demise. All right, check this out. Some of the things a leader has to conquer are human emotions like fear. False evidence appearing real, right? And you do not necessarily beat fear with a hug. Sometimes you just have to attack the hell out of it. Human things have to be approached in different ways. It's not always wise to storm the hill and attack a machine gun. Guys, question of the day, respond in the comments below. What fear are you going to attack right now? What are you dealing with, but what are you going to commit to attacking? Let us know in the comments below. All right, next point, find it right here. We're about almost 2/3 of the way done. All right, celebrate tradition. People want to be on a team. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to be in a situation where they feel that they're going to do something for the greater good. It's got to be bigger than you or them. What's the greater good, guys? And if you enjoyed this, click here for part 3 and the conclusion of Leading with the Heart.